Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Stellaris. Let's make the Wulven Pack's space great again. Actually, we're doing pretty decent. We've got a second colony that's slowly growing. We are working on another colony ship to colonize Quam over here. And the colony over here, it should extend our border so that Zedron, which Zedron actually lies within our space. But Vrul over here doesn't, so we can put a mining station over there and claim it, and maybe if you're lucky, then Janna will even become part of our space. It has a whole 7 minerals, which is going to be pretty good. But in the meantime, because Zedron is part of our space, let's actually send our construction ship over here and build some mining stations. Just invest a bit.
Debris analyzed.
We're done analyzing the debris. We got some nanocomposite materials research done, and we got some physics and engineering out of it. That's all in a day's work. And then we can start surveying a backwater system over here. So almost done, 93%. I think after that we should queue up another corvette to increase the size of our army. We're currently at 7 ships. Let's increase it to 8. We can go all the way up to 15. So that seems pretty decent. And there is the colony ship. So Quam, which is the closest colonizable area. Let's see, 80% and 70%. Which one of the two is a greater? This is a size 10. It's actually easier to just have a look. Size 10. This is a size 16. So let's colonize this one first. So where are we going to plop it down? I think this is going to be a pretty decent one. It's going to boost all the surrounding tiles, or just put it on top here, because the mineral production will be boosted and we just should grab it automatically. We'll have a look how it goes. So, also, administrative AI, so research goes faster. It's a bit of a bland technology, but it's useful nonetheless. Okay, so that's our 8th ship that's completed. So let's see, we got some progress in fusion power, which is pretty useful, but it's not going to run away because we have some progress in it, so it's going to stay there. Same for the mining drone lasers. So let's see if we can pick something out of here. The specialized combat computers are pretty good, because then you can assign a bonus to fire rate and damage, or a bonus to hull and evasion, just to make your ships offensive or defensive. But we got a rare technology here, and rare technologies don't come by very often, so if you see them, it's a pretty good idea to actually grab them. So orbital sensor arrays, powerful sensor arrays that can be added to the structure of orbital spaceports. They provide excellent sensor coverage of the surrounding region of space. As in 50% more sensor range. It also boosts your science output by 10%. And that is the powerful bit. Also, David is now done researching something. Oh, we can increase our naval capacity by 10%. Well, that's useful once we actually hit our limit, because then we go from 16 to 17 or 18, depending on how the rounding falls off. Clearing mountain ranges, I don't think that's a problem yet, so let's go with the biolab. That's going to be the most immediately useful. So, first of the mining stations has been completed. The colony ship is in Quam doing its colonying stuff. And yes, I know, colonying stuff sounds very professional. I aim to sound professional. Let's build ourselves a couple more ships. Let's build 2 more, so that will take us from 8 to 10. Let's see. So we're still equivalent naval power with the Wulven consortium, who of course are our rivals. They've actually expanded as well. They're slowly growing. Yeah, we must curtail them. Space is ours, at least this bit of space is ours, so we have to stop the Wulven. Also, they're just kind of butting in the way there. I don't appreciate that. So, we make a big armada. See if we can upgrade it a little bit. Do we happen to get any upgrades yet? I don't think we got better guns. Nope. None of these. And we are still researching better upgrades. So the basic combat computer doesn't provide any bonuses. So the research that boosts snow gives you either an offensive or a defensive bonus. It's always better than a base. It's not like you're giving up something. So that's very good. Something happened. Negative balance. Oh no, we're spending more energy than we are making. That's because we're building mines and we are colonizing. The colonizing process costs us 8 energy per month. But we got huge reserves, so I'm really not worried about it. We completed a mining station and now we are done. Oh, and there's a Wulven fleet here. Very low military power. It's the research ship. Okay. I'm not appreciative of that. That means they have ambitions to go this way. Or they are scouting for war. On the other hand, we haven't claimed this yet, so they can still go for it. But they can't go over to Quam. But they can go over to Vrul. Once we got our colonizing completed, things are going to be different. And this is going to be our territory and they can't actually go over to Vrul anymore. So, construction ship. Let's finish that energy station. The mining station. That should get our energy back to positive. Of course, we're building extra ships. They cost a little bit of maintenance every month. So, pretty good in that regard. So, we're mostly just waiting for things to happen. Our colonizing is now 50% done. Our armada is pretty powerful, if I say so myself. Let's see, an anomaly. Efforts to map the surface of this planet have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have formed naturally. Low risk of failure, let's research it. So is Vrul part of our area yet? No, it's not, but we are close to getting there. Let's see, is there anything interesting we can do with our ship? Yeah, we can go to Ruklar, have a look at what's happening there. Let's reduce the speed back to normal. And then see what's happening here. Void clouds, I think they were pretty powerful, but... No, we didn't have a quest to do anything with the void clouds. There's not gonna be a bonus for it. Okay. We are preparing for warp. Whoosh. So let's see how their power compares to ours. Yep. Okay. So we got a power to almost 300. They have a much lower power. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Talon 6 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien lifeform. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Talon 6 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science officer J. Drake Forey has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. Well, that's pretty fascinating. I'd say better start investigating, since you're still around. Okay, so this one is moving into intercepts. We are still cooling down from the warp, and now we are. Oh, did we get the? Oh, we got the cloud busters. That's it. So do we do 10% extra damage, which means our 283 rating is probably closer to 310. So we should win this with minimal losses. Okay, also our construction ship is finished. Is there anything left to build? Yes, let's go to Vrul and build a mining station. Then we go back, grab our popcorn, and watch the battle. See, we are dominating this. So we did lose our ships or our shields on one of the clouds, or one of the ships. This is it actually looks to be healing. I see healing signs. Hulls are regenerating. That's pretty epic. Oh wow, that's a lucky ducky. He got 3 armor points left out of 29 hull points, so that's less than 10%. That's one lucky ducky. So let's queue up the science to investigate and then survey the system afterwards, after we're done with Talan. So our construction ship is working on Vrul. Also, from the look of it, that means we are almost done here. Excellent. Okay, yeah. The debris will sort itself out because we queued it up.
Colony established.
We have a colony now. Excellent. Okay, so I was wrong about the minerals on our settling location being preserved. They will not. Or maybe it's after we upgrade it that we will get them back. But now they are suppressed because we only produce food and not minerals. Which is, well, unfortunate. So let's see, can we build our frontier clinic? Oh yeah, we can. So that's gonna get us a lot of food. So let's also have a look at Teneka. This has a frontier clinic. This is our base. Or we don't actually have a frontier clinic yet. So if we reduce 1 mineral output, we can get more food here. We do need more money. Our continued studies of the massive skeletal remains on Talan 6 have managed to shed some light on how the creature ended up on the planet. There are very faint residual energy readings that indicate some kind of dimensional portal existed briefly towards the rear of the skeleton. Science Officer J. Drake 4E theorizes that the creature passed through this gateway from another dimension, only to quickly perish in the hostile environment of Talan 6. Why it did this and where it came from are questions that may never be answered. Well, that's astounding. J. Drake 4E gains a bunch of experience and we get a bunch of physics research. I'd say that's pretty good. 78 stored. Of course, because we have been investigating it. Okay, we will gain that. Good. Right. So our armada is currently healing up from the long battle. I'd say we build ourselves another ship. Right now we have our corvettes. Later on we get access to destroyers, cruisers and larger ships as we progress. Also wondering just how large our border is going to extend. I don't think we're going to make it to Jannah here. And we are done building the mining station. Excellent. So is there anything else that we can still build? So this one is green. These are green. This one doesn't have anything. Green. So we can build frontier outposts to claim stations. So for example, Guram.
Construction complete.
Actually, it has a potentially potentially habitable world, but it's a desert world. It's 20%. People are going to be rather miserable there. And we now have 11 ships. Excellent. So we are roughly equivalent in power, similarly to the other guys. So what was this? First armada has been fully repaired. Excellent. So let's explore a Zimtauri. See what we can find there. Let's increase our speed a little bit. So for now we're gonna see how the border expansion pans out. See if we have a look at Adenir, at our main base. It pushes out quite a bit. So once we develop Quam as much, Jana might fall within our borders. So actually we have 2. Okay, so this is 20%. Of course, we don't have desert colonization, so right now this is a moot point anyway. Okay, frontier outpost. It's gonna cost 100 minerals and 200 influence. And after that, there's gonna be a permanent upkeep of 1 influence per month to keep this. But it is going to basically count as part of our area and is gonna project our area of control as well. So afterwards we can actually build mines and do all the good stuff of life. So let's have a look. So we are here. Oh, these are miners. Let's approach a little bit, see if the drones wake up. Last time they did wake up and treated us as intruders. They're mining. Okay, now they woke up. Excellent. You don't want to fight them when you are near to the station, because then you have more opponents to defeat. So, speed, playing at fast speed, so the combat goes a bit faster. Okay, good. So we got a couple of scratches on the hull of 2 of our ships, but it's mostly just shields that got hurt. And they are mostly healed again as well. So let's just fight this. Already tell it to research the scrap, then research the station. Let's go back to our fight over here. And we're completely pushing this one off the map. The mining stations just don't have enough firepower to do something against a serious armada. And our admiral is now level 2. Which is pretty good. You can go back for repairs now. That's pretty decent. And the debris from this one we also add to the research queue. And that's pretty good. So we got more systems that have now been cleared and we will gain extra research from that. So that's just gonna be good for us. Yeah, research projects have been queued up. So let's have a look at our constructor. So a orbital outpost is something that you build around the star of a system. So you can only have 1 in a system. Clar has been surveyed. That's good. Ooh, cool. Here you see the outline of the project. We have some construction drones that are doing the actual construction. Just flitting about. It's pretty cool. Okay. So that's gonna do its thing, and after that we can claim this as our own. And of course, being observation forward outpost, they have a pretty good vision of what happens around it. So let's go back to our main base. Is there anything we can do? Oh, we can upgrade it to a level 2 spaceport. I think that might be a good idea. Then afterwards we can add a Corvette assembly yard to it. Also, I want another Corvette.
Research complete.
So we have 12 ships. Slowly increase our power. We are currently equivalent, but I actually just want to outclass them, just to get a full navy, while also just slowly building up our economy. And it might be that I should have made the trade-off to push more for economy, but building it up in tandem feels right now. We completed some society research. Planetary unification, we gain more influence. Well, that's pretty decent, but I actually want galactic ambitions. more borders. And I did see that we had a rare, the regenerative hull tissue, which is pretty cool. But because we already got some points in it, it's not going to go anywhere. We have analyzed the debris in Zimtari. So we gain some progress for mining drone lasers, and that's, if you know, the more drones we defeat, the more progress we're gonna get. Nanocomposite materials are gonna be the same. Also 10% progress and fusion power. So those are very useful technologies that are just gonna be quicker to unlock this way. And we now have a frontier outpost. So
Anomaly found.
oh, anomaly found. Let's address that first. The material composition of this asteroid differs significantly from its neighbors. It likely has a different origin than the other bodies of this asteroid belt and should be investigated more closely. There is no risk of failure, so let's do it. So our construction ship in Guram built our observation post. It has a bit more firepower, 75, which is pretty decent, 2000 HP. It does use up 4 bits of naval capacity, but it also boosts it, which is interesting. And there's not a lot you can do with it except just being there. It's here and it will claim the system for us. So now we can build more mining outposts, and of course that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Research complete.
A coprolite asteroid. Although it is difficult to accept, all indications point towards asteroid SP0-140 being a coprolite, a piece of fossilized feces from some kind of massive life form. It appears to be almost 1 billion years old, and much of the fossil's original organic composition has been replaced by mineral deposits. Our scientists are baffled as to what kind of creature could have produced something like this. That's remarkable. So we can get some more science out of it by just investigating it. Also, we have unlocked orbital sensor arrays. So let's research something new. Interesting. AI-controlled colony ships. So colony develops faster. Interesting. Power hub. That produces tree power and it boosts energy production on the planet itself. That's pretty cool. A physics lab, fusion power, cloud lightning. What's that? Utilizing our understanding of the fundamental forces involved in generating the void clouds a considerable internal charge to the fullest. The cloud lightning weapon system is a potent damage dealer. So range 20. This is range 40 on medium. Wow, that's a pretty significant range actually. It has 50% armor penetration and it does a fair amount of damage, but it's not very accurate. Okay, but for now I think we're gonna do the sensible thing and go for fusion power. So we need less power generators and can actually fit more useful things on our ships. Otherwise we are gonna be very constrained in that regard. Let's see, mining station has been completed. Anomaly. Atmospheric readings from Zimtari 3A do not match simulated projections. So that's research because there is no failure risk. And we still have some debris left to investigate. We still have a lot of money. So let's queue up. Okay, that was just what we had already queued. Good, good. So afterwards, let's queue up a mining station for power, because we will be dipping into negative power by building all these mining stations. And after that, let's go for some more research stations. And then we grab the final power station. Swirling shadows. Immense ragged planes of shadow drift across Zimtari 3A's face. They are cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer J. Drakefory is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. That sounds like there might be more research there. Nope. There's not. We completed more engineering. So we can unlock a robots, a mining network level 2, ion thrusters. That's more speed and more evasion chance. I do like that. And we are getting pretty good progress on our nanocomposite armor from just finding others that use it. So for now, let's go for ions. And let's have a look at what we researched recently. Ooh, level 2 guns. Coil guns. The Corvette assembly yards, which we probably have to start using now. So good. Let's have a look at our main base, which has been upgraded to level 2. So we have an extra upgrade slot, and we can put the Corvette assembly yards in there. We built half of our army, but this is going to be pretty good. And afterwards, we also have the observatory. More science output and more sensor range, which I think is a pretty useful thing to have. So let's just queue that one up afterwards. Need a little bit more resources, and we are there. Good. And we are done surveying the Zimtori system. What was moving through there? I don't quite know, but we did get better things for our Corvettes. So let's have a look. So, coil guns. Range 20, which is the same. Accuracy 76%, that's also the same. Cooldown is the same, but the damage is just more. From 3 to 15 to 5 to 17. So the damage per time is 1.8, goes up to 2.12, so that's a bit more. And power usage is also more. It goes from 2.5 to 5.5. And the medium version has a bit more range and slightly less accuracy, but it does almost double the damage. Because if you have the interceptor core and you replace it with, for example, a striker core, you get a small and a medium slot. So you could do more damage. Let's actually go for a striker. Put coil guns in both. Then for our slots over here, we need 3 power generators just to break even. And then if you put in deflectors, we're gonna break even. And we have 1 slot that we can't do anything with. So that's because our guns use way more power. Which is, well, actually slightly unfortunate. I don't think there's a lot we can trade off here. So that's why I wanted the better power generators, because then we can just do with 2 power generators and probably have 3 shields in there as well. So if we go back to our old design, we actually have 2 shields with 2 power to spare. So if we say put 1 coil gun in, we actually have a break-even power. So currently this is the best we can do with the power we have available without compromising our defense. And this is also why I want to research the better power, because we will need it. Also, let's resume time. I have the power to resume time. It's very good, just commanding a space army. So that's the fusion generator, 19 months we have it. Oh, that's good. So we have our... we are currently researching here. What happened there? We constructed a mining station. We have a negative balance because we are now spending more to maintain it than we were before. We have 9 minerals from here. We have plus 40 per month. That is, I think that's pretty good. I think we should probably start dedicating a bit more time on our planet. Also, we are full now when it comes to pops. Let's dedicate a bit more time and efforts to energy, or to research. I mean, I might as well build a power plant here. How are we in terms of food? 14. We need 16 to sustain all population. So if we clear this one and build a farm there, then we should be more than happy. And eventually, technological progress will ensure that we have more food than people can handle. But if they have more than enough food, they will actually start to become happy, and happy people are more productive. Okay, what happened there? Another mining station. That's very excellent. Also, our science ship is done. We have some physics and energy and engineering research. So, well, I don't think we still have a way to get there. Wow, we actually can jump from here to there. That's interesting. I don't think we could do that before. So let's start investigating the other direction. Also, while we are at it, might as well just clear this, just to get our army a bit of training, a bit of experience. Or are we... Just double checking. We are actually done with the Corvette yards. So, is that cheaper to build Corvettes? I wonder if that also applies to upgrades. So it's faster and cheaper to do so. Which would be pretty good. It only costs 60. It was slightly more expensive before. And it goes 48 days, which is pretty good as well. Let's build another two, just to keep going. How are we with clearing the surface? We are doing pretty well. So we built a power plant. Then over here we can build a research lab. And once this one is cleared, we'll build a hydroponics lab, and then we should have enough food to sustain us for a while. And we will be relatively future-proofed over here. Because I can't build a frontier clinic because it's our home world. Okay, hydroponics farm. Oh, hey.
Evading hostile fleet.
What? Oh, Alfar. What's there? Military power. Independent, spaceborne. Oh. Space amoebas. Yeah, we need to defeat them first, but 450 fleet power, that's a bit more than even our Wulven Pack can handle right now. But this is a nice cliffhanger to end the episode with, because we have been going on for way too long. Time flies when you're playing Stellaris. That's something I definitely found to be true. So I'm going to thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.